Welcome to another exciting episode of the $1 Million Peddlers. I'm Paperboy.
I'm Mr. Magazine.
And it's the Hump Day Happy Hour Salute. And today we finished off the last of the Evan Williams. We are getting low on stuff, Mr. Magazine.
It's one of my favorites, though. Sorry to see it leave.
Well, you know what you could do? They do have a liquor store down at the corner. I'm just saying. I'm
just lazy and I'm not an alcoholic, but I'll get there. I'll just send my wife. She's there daily.
Oh, okay. That's more than we needed to know.
we get mail every day from the place. Like she gets 20% off. She's in a loyalty club. You know.
Where do you think she gets her mail? Why don't we say hi to the people coming on in today?
All right. Super See the Lights. First out the box.
Thank you for being a member.
All right. Well,
warm and dry. Well, halfway.
Yep. Jay-Z Jeff. Good evening back at you. Marvelous Mr. Hot Wheels. How you doing? Marvelous Michael's in the house.
Thank you for being a member.
Awesome Aaron is here. Good evening back at you, buddy.
A slow chat there. I don't think Dawn's going to be able to make it. Happy birthday to Dawn. If you're watching this in the replay, she just turned 21, I think.
Wow,
I don't know. Something like that. Woman never gives her age.
Exactly. Roger, how you doing?
Thank you for being a member.
Antiquarians in the house. Hello back at you.
Cold and snowy. I think that's what pretty much it is for all of us.
Dandy Donald's here. How you doing?
All righty. Why don't we say hello to the next person?
Joy's in the house.
Hello. And why don't you take it away, Mr. Magazine? We'll start off. How is everybody's sales?
Let's see. I'm going to go with DVD site's pretty steady, pretty good. No complaints. The adult website's doing great. Sales are probably up a little bit, but I got a lot new one-time customer, first-time customers.
Oh, that's good.
And I'm paying for SEO, marketing, and also Google Ads now. So I'm trying to draw more traffic to the website. I just think we have a lot of potential growth there. So we're going to see how that's paying off. Every month I'll check in with the companies that are doing that, and so that's a good thing. Amazon's been pretty good, down a little bit from last month, but still we're doing well. I can't complain there. Whatnot's pretty steady, doing pretty good there. We're going more into the more records and comics. We have more comics to list on Whatnot, but I feel like if we pounded all the comics out, we'd be done in a month or two. And then I'd have to recycle all my Amazon ones from the last few years, which I want to give them more time to sell. I got some good collections in there, so I'll let them sell. eBay is just horrid. I don't know what the problem is, but it's just bad. We got good stuff on there, not selling a lot or low offers. And it's just, I don't know what to do there with, 200,000 listings. It's kind of pathetic, but it's been like that, I would say, for a good 4 weeks now, right. Steadily down. So, and maybe that is what it is. And, I just have to accept it. And luckily I don't need eBay to pay my bills right now. So that's a great thing. If I have to, I got to step up Whatnot or whatever else is going to compensate for that, which I'm fine with. And it is what it is. Hopefully it'll turn around. But how about you?
Oh, we got to see what everybody else here.
All right. Super Schmidt's in the house.
Don't you owe her a record?
Popular Purple? Yes. I know a lot of people. I owe one gentleman sleeves that I never knew I sold him, and he refused to give me his address. But hey, it is what it is.
Thank you for being a member, Purples.
Awesome. Eric, what you got going on here?
Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Free beer tomorrow, Eric. Free beer tomorrow.
All right. Local Joe's in the house. How you doing?
I understand, Joe. I understand.
Does Joe know I'm looking to buy comic collections, longs and stuff that I can sell on Whatnot, and records too in bulk? Obviously rock and pop and stuff, and maybe paying a little more than in the past. So if you get anything good, let me know.
He does now.
Awesome, Artie.
Guten Tag.
All right.
You guys look a little grump tonight. How about a couple of shots? There you go.
I was noticing that when we did some bolos. Well, at least I need more sleep because I have bags under my eyes and I get about 6 hours of sleep if I'm lucky. When Paperboy obviously sleeps 8, 10, 12 hours. I'm looking at him. There's not
I sleep 8 hours a day and then all night.
Exactly.
It's one of the advantages of being retired.
But I don't know. Again, I want to mention this. Maybe you guys can agree with me. He's got no bags, but he's got the chubby cheeks.
So okay, Don's here.
Maybe the cheeks are pushing Don. Our Paperboy's cheeks puffy, and that's why he's got no bags under his eyes. Because
thank you for being a member, Don.
The skin is stretching and pushing it. The skin is stretching and pushing it down.
Glad you were able to make it, Don.
Don's in the house. Delightful Don. How you doing? What does sort of mean?
Imagine her putting her needs ahead of Mr. Right? I agree completely.
We're talking about my wife. That's never going to happen. Oh, happy birthday. Yep. Big day, big day. Like Paperboy said, 21.
There you go.
All right. Glad she's spending it with us.
That is very true.
Lovely Linda. How you doing? Lovely Lewis. How you doing?
PB face koi.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. No stress. That's what it comes from. Other than Mr. Magazine is my only stress.
Exactly.
My sales, eBay is okay, but every day it's a struggle to get there. I think that would be what I would say.
Oh, this is, I'm going to take my hat off for the second time ever. Wounded Warrior Project.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Which, Portney does contributes a lot of money to that, and a bunch of other guys that we won't mention because it's not a political show.
There you go.
Triple J's in the house.
Oh, Jackie, hold on.
Hold on.
Jackie Jack, when we are done with our show, do go over to Whatnot and check out Jackie Jack. Lots of postcards tonight. 8:30. He actually moved the time, so he would be right after the $1 Million Peddlers. So
very cool.
Check out Jackie Jack over on Whatnot.
All right. Very good to know.
Sales so almost all the offers I receive are less than 50% off.
Yep.
I hardly sell anything at full price anymore.
Right, yeah, I agree as well. Yep. That's how it is on eBay, at least. Yep.
Sales were good for a week and then dropped off today, trying to stay busy listening as much as I can. I've doubled my ASP, so it's going in the right direction.
All right, good to know.
It does seem like a struggle, really, when you get down to it. Oh,
awesome, Adrian. How you doing?
Thank you for being a member. I'm looking at my sales today, and they're good. Trying out Whatnot. All I can say is I am amazed.
Oh, wow. All right.
Buying or selling, Linda? Are you buying and selling over there?
Too.
I look at the end of the day and I say, oh, it was an okay day over on eBay. I can't complain. But how did I get there? It's like just, a sale at 2:00, a sale at 4:30, a sale at 7.
Yeah,
it just,
that's how it is. It's discouraging, honestly, because I have my other sites and I put stuff up. I put higher prices on my stuff on the website and stuff. DVD site, we were very competitive, like Amazon. Amazon would be competitive. But again, I don't have to worry about the sales. They come through. People are paying my prices. There's no argument. I put a small sale on, whatever. eBay, I got a huge sales on, and I have really good stuff on, and no one either wants them for whatever reason, or they want to make me a super low offer. And it's just, it's really sad. And I don't know what, I think it's going to just keep getting worse. Honestly, I can't see it getting better. I mean, Whatnot seems to be growing, not for only me, but for a lot of other people that want to turn to Whatnot, and eBay's shrinking. So
give yourself a shout out, Linda. What are you selling and what days are your shows? Just give yourself a shout out there. Definitely want to check that out.
Awesome, Artie.
I've seen a few of his videos here and there. I think he gives decent advice. We actually were going to do a reaction video to the one because he was talking about, and I made Mr. Magazine watch it as well. He was talking about more or less take any offer on eBay that you get because you got to move the product because you can use the money to buy more. I mostly agree with that. Where I disagree is if you've got some sort of a grail type item. Mm-hmm. No, I got an Action Comic #1. I don't care. I paid $10 for it and I got it up for $1 million. I'm not taking $100,000 for it. I'm not doing it. That's foolish. Yeah. If you've got something that truly, really, truly is quality, I would not subscribe to that theory. I've got some magazine from 1922 that I think is worth $50 and somebody offers me 25. Yeah, I probably should move it on out. Certainly if it's been sitting up there for a little while. Now, if I just listed it 10 minutes ago, maybe not.
Yeah.
But.
And that's, I told you I have some shocking news. Well, it's more of a thought.
Wednesday nights and vintage.
Very good to know. All right, cool. Check them out. So the other day, this is a rambling business story. I went to the far corner of my warehouse because we're running out of room. And I found a big shelving unit with all these tubs, and they were hidden for years, all these good action figures. Okay. Like one tub, hundreds of wrestling figures, great condition, other ones like Transformers, and probably thousands and thousands of dollars. So I pulled them off. I gave them to my guy to list them individually. Probably 5 big tubs of stuff. So a lot of money just sitting in there. And I totally forgot about them years ago. And my one employee that does other things, he lists, he said, hey, I'm like wrestling. He lists on eBay as well. He's assistant manager. He goes, I like wrestling. I know all the wrestlers. Can I list these? I go, yeah, no problem. And I was thinking about it. He also wants to start doing like one day for 2 or 3 hours, like selling toys and Whatnot. He wants to try it out. So he's been shadowing James, my weekend Whatnot record guy. So I'm thinking about it. I go, all right, so I'll say 200-300 wrestlers. They're going to sell anywhere from 7 to 15 on average, with some rare ones going for 20 to 50. They're loose, but they're great shape. And I'm thinking all the time it's going to take him, it's probably going to take him with his job and everything else he's doing, maybe a month to list the whole tub, because he's doing other stuff too. I'm like, well, he wants to do whatnot. Why don't you just throw him on whatnot?
Well, plus the other advantage is he can pull it right out and say, "Oh, this is Brutus the Beefcake. This is great."
Exactly. And I'm thinking like,
well, here's the other thing too, and I don't mean to keep talking over you, but oh yeah, the joints are tight. Yeah, this is. Oh yeah, this is this.
Yeah, yeah, and it's in all the time it would take to, very little research, but taking a picture, listing them, then say, okay, they're mostly 8 to 20. Let's put them up for $12.99. Let's just say, all right, they're going to sell for 10, maybe 15 or 20 if they're better in auction. But then I'm going to be taking offers a month from now for 7, 8, 9. I go, who needs that? Put on whatnot, $3, $4, $5 start out, pound them out in a week, they're gone. And then I'm thinking, why stop there? Because I have hundreds and thousands upon thousands of Hot Wheels, action figures, and I'm thinking like eBay sucks. That's a nice word to put it. And we got 200,000 listings. So now I'm thinking 6 months, a year and a half down the road, not to phase out eBay, but almost phase it out. Meaning, what's the next store down? What's the listings you can have in the next store?
Oh, down? Right. Yeah, I don't know, but
is it 10,000 or whatever?
Something like that. Yeah. If I more than that. Yeah.
Is it more than that?
50,000.
They say it's 50,000. I got to end 150,000 listings over the next 6 months or a year. But I want to end anything from $5 to $20 or $25, whatever it is, and keep the top highest price, say 50,000 listings, and just say it's $20 on up, whatever it is. Now I only want to deal on eBay if I can get $20 or more. Why mess around with it? And I just think phasing eBay out little by little over that time and growing whatnot, we're going to start hiring more people, and I think it's a way to go. Honestly, phase eBay out, build whatnot up. And we're interviewing a couple more guys. Yeah, smile. Yeah. You can smile because you told me so, but I'm going to be smiling all the way to the bank in the next 6 months or a year. So that's my solution to make more money down the road. In the records, I records we could list for years, honestly. Even a full-time record lister, it's just crazy how much we have. We haven't scratched the surface over 4 months.
That is big news, especially from where you were. Mm-hmm. Does have great advice, but it needs to be tweaked in our minds to work with our long tail items. He doesn't sell stuff that takes a long time to sell, so some stuff doesn't apply. Okay. Absolutely. Yeah. She says of his value not to take any offer. I saw a different video. Well, he said basically take any offer as long as you were making money in the one video. And then he said something about, unless it's the grail, but then why is it on eBay is what he had said.
Yeah. But again, we probably pay the same average, maybe me a little more just because of toys and cards and stuff like that. But, say we average $2, $3 we're paying per item, and our average is $20, let's say, or 22, I think it is on Amazon, whatever. We should be able to sell anything to a certain extent for $20 and still make money over average. But you don't want to sell an $80 baseball, but something that maybe we paid $5 or $10 for it, or even $15, and it's been there forever. And maybe you think it's worth $40 and offer you $20. Move it out. You're getting your average anyways. You know what I mean? So if you can average out 100 items or 50 items at that price, who really cares? Because one item you paid $1 for might go for 26, and this one you paid 18 might go for 20. Who cares?
Yeah, right.
You know how to say it.
Whoa, PSCN Creations.
How's it going?
We were going to thank you a little later in the show. We got a lot of feedback. I got, honestly, 100% got the most feedback privately from people saying, great show last week, great guest. Do check out PSCN Creations. And we would love to have her come back again in April. And we would love to be on her show again at some point as well.
I think it was one of the best shows, and definitely the most fun. I learned more than I usually learn. Not that I know a lot, but yeah, definitely.
Yep. So thank you for coming on. Yeah, it was great. It was great. There you go. Yeah, at some point. Yep, the invite's out.
Just don't invite her when I'm away in April. I want to be a part of this.
Yes.
Again. No. Good times.
So yeah, you're a local hero over here, PSCN. A couple of other things there. Promoted were 29 out of 49, which is actually a little higher, 60% or so.
Wow.
That is true, Eric.
Nice.
That is true. Offers 152 out of 339. So I'm still getting the offers. I only had 307 last week. Oh, you missed everything. Good. Thank you for being a member of Fossil Forward, but you can always watch the replay.
Yeah, I'm shutting down eBay to do whatnot. You missed that.
But that's about it. 132 a year ago, and that's kind of amazing. A year ago, I was only getting 132 offers to make. Now I'm getting 339. Sales have been
retire again.
Sales have been slow elsewhere, like $1 Million Peddlers, nothing. Views, nothing. 6 on Etsy. 2 Flophouse CDs sold.
Wow.
It's been a week of Flophouse CDs.
They're trending.
Yes, they are. And 1 item over on papergoy.com. How about buys? Anybody out there buying anything?
For me, I'm not buying much through the shop. I got the same regular that comes in a couple times a week, which, gives me some good deals on stuff. Again, Portland's a month away for 450 banana boxes, 50,000 items. I did strike a deal with the guy from LA again.
Mm-hmm.
So he claims he's got 80 to 100,000 more magazines. And so we're going to do another deal for about 25,000 more magazines at the end of the year, but I'm going to start making payments now. So, I won't have to come up with such a chunk of change. So other than that, it's just big deals for me. I'm cutting out the little deals because that's what I put on eBay and I make no money anyway. So, why waste my time? How about you?
No, I'm glad you asked. I did go Sunday. I don't know if you remember the weather. Sunday, but it was a storm over here. There was snow everywhere. Everything Saturday afternoon was a bad storm. Sunday, I went to the sale. Went about an hour after it opened. They said it was packed at the open, which is always funny. A tip out there: don't go to auctions and don't go to estate sales in the middle of storms thinking you're going to be the only person there, because everybody else has the same thought. And those are actually some of the most well-attended sales are the ones in the worst weather. It's counterintuitive, but 100% true, because everybody's got this dream. They're going to be the only person. They're going to do everything good. So they go risk life and limb to go there. And you're like, the place is packed. I ended up buying a few things over there. I think I spent $54. So picked up some nice stuff for Whatnot and some other nice stuff. So wasn't
good
bad.
News? You finally emptied your car? Oh, sorry. Wow. Okay.
And finally, yes, that's where we were.
Wow, I'm good. I could write that myself now.
And I did finally unload the car. I was showing Mr. Magazine a few of the things out of $1,000 deal. And he said it was, he goes, you got all that for $1,000? You did pretty well.
And it's easy if anyone wants to see it now. We've all seen the Wizard of Oz Yellow Brick Road. He has a road of ephemera through his house. It's got a little curve to it around that one sofa, and then it hangs right, and it goes by the front door. So if you want to you could do a little video and show them the, ephemera trail. Path. Yeah.
It's a lot better than it was this morning, and I'm just going to leave it at that. Nice. So we're getting better. We are getting better.
I offered him $1,001, and I was going to load it myself.
In this weather, that might be worth watching. Glitch of the week. Whatnot was a glitch today.
I've been lucky with Whatnot, but go ahead.
There was no video today, which I didn't find out about till 10 minutes in, when finally Schmidt Auction said, does anybody else not have video? And everybody else sitting there goes, yeah, we don't have video either. So apparently I was being pranked by all of my viewers for 10 minutes. Wow. That they couldn't see anything at all, but nobody decided to tell me. And of course, I do the auctions. Oh, look at the beautiful graphics on this. Nobody can see anything. Yeah, it's wonderful. Great. It's wonderful. I got pranked by my viewers.
The best if you were trying to fix your phone, you turned it to yourself, and all of a sudden you get back on and go.
What do you kids call that?
Ugly?
A jump scare.
Oh,
jeez.
True.
eBay scheduled auctions were all screwed up yesterday. I kept having errors yesterday. It would not list it scheduled, and it would pop up with an error, but the error popped up and left the screen so fast you could not read it. Wow. And it took me about 10 minutes to be able to list one item, because you had to keep trying. Finally, it would end up working. Yeah. And that was one of the better things that happened yesterday. We're just going to leave it at that till see what PSEN says. Oh, good to hear. Great to hear. There you are.
Thank you.
On a new computer. Let me show my face. Wow. You just sell road salt and eggs.
Actually, Home Depot, I went there and they had a whole pallet of 50-pound bags for like $10.
Did you buy the whole pallet?
I bought
$10 is a good deal.
I got a bad hip now. I can't get crazy.
Oh. Vintage postcards on the way. Nice. Storm of the Century of the Week. Exactly, Eric.
Crazy.
You're in Fuego today, Eric. Made a small sale to a buyer in Albany, New York. When I checked the USPS shipping status, it said delivery attempted in bright red letters. Oh, wow. Hadn't seen that before. So I scrolled down and said, animal interference dogs are reserved for tax collectors. Is this a New York thing?
It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Release the hounds. How many new listings? 22 a day times 7 is 154. A couple of extra, about 160 this week I listed.
Nice.
And I'm selling about 50. So we're building up pretty fast. Site changes. The post office. I don't know if you saw this or not. In July, the post office is going to be putting more non-standard charges on things. You know how they do this non-standard charge for length and all that?
Yeah.
Cylindrical tubes will now be. So anything set in a tube will have an extra charge.
And that's why I love all the platforms for allowing UPS there now. Because when I have that option, I go, I don't care if it's $1 or $2 more. I don't have to worry about, a $15 surcharge, whatever it is.
And anything, liquids above a gallon or 24 ounces, depending on the container that it's in. Plastic has a different allowance than glass does, et cetera, et cetera. And wooden boxes. If you ship a wooden box, there's going to be an extra charge as well for that. Just letting you know.
Really, with the post office.
You read a little further. You're like Mr. Magazine. Wow, you're jumping on along. Yep, I did see that. I'll jump right ahead to that there. Postmaster General LaJoy is stepping down. You heard it here. And my comment on that is maybe we won't be getting twice a year increases in postage as he was doing. Maybe we won't be getting holiday surcharge postage as he was doing.
Don't.
Sorry. What was that? The item of the week. Something that I unloaded from the car over here. We all know Mr. Magazine has the various things that he likes. I've given him a birthday present. I do owe him a Christmas present for 2025.
I thought you were going to say 26. Probably.
No, not that far ahead. For 2025. Right. So, Mr. Magazine, you have a lot of different likes. What sort of things do you like?
I like football. The Dallas Cowboys are my favorite team. Yankees are my favorite baseball team.
Okay.
Don't care much about basketball and hockey. Batman, Spider-Man, Star Wars.
Okay. So one of the things that I got that I'm going to give to Mr. Magazine for Christmas.
Ooh, wow. That's really cool.
Oh, maybe at some point we can see it. There we are.
That's awesome.
It is signed Luke and Leia.
Wow.
By Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher.
It's awesome. Yeah,
nice signed item right over there.
Yeah.
Carrie Fisher, unfortunately, is no longer with us. Mark Hamill is. So, Merry Christmas 2025.
That's awesome.
I've got a feeling I might have your birthday present for 2026 in that deal, too.
Probably.
So, but yeah, that was in that deal for $1,000. So, as soon as I saw it, I said, oh, that's really, really good. It's a good item for Mr. Magazine. And I don't know if you had it or not, but you do now.
And I'm just like you with our collections. We have so much stuff just piled in rooms, piled upon piled. I have no way of sorting it. So this is going to be tucked in with other random things, and it would give me the mindset like I have to go through everything to find these things. So like I'm forced to, because if not, like I could have like a $5 action figure and then a $200 framed picture right next to it.
Yep,
so
absolutely, I know exactly what
we
you
should
mean.
help each other. Like take a month or two off just to get a good start.
That's true. That was true.
That's true. Wait, is that why? Because his pants fell down when he was giving a speech? You heard about that, right?
No, I did not.
All right.
I did not. Insulting offer
karma.
Insulting offer of the week. Mr. Magazine had Kool-Aid Man in sunglasses, a really cool figure. Exactly.
It's a force.
He was asking $17.98. A guy offered him $1. Mr. Magazine ignored it, so the guy then doubled his offer and still got ignored by Mr. Magazine.
Very nice. Thank you.
He had a Willie Parker McFarlane Toys, $17.59. Got a $1 offer. What is this, $1 offer day?
So let me stop you there. So this hand, I end up sending that to you, not realizing one of those guys that wants combined shipping and is very impatient. He bought one starting, or what was a McFarlane? He bought one McFarlane.
So he was paying $1 in a second.
And he's like, I want to buy this one too. But then again, the item, I wouldn't take less than $10 plus shipping. And it's shipping's gonna be more anyways, so now it's gonna be 2 pounds
unless
or more.
He was trying to say $1 plus keep.
So I think I emailed you because he wants some refund for like full shipping, but he shouldn't get a full shipping. But you can figure it out. But that's that one there.
Oh,
I said it's easier for me to make the offer, then I'll refund some shipping just because like I don't want to sell something for $1 and then you think like shipping's $7 when it could be I could be just paying the shipping. And
Yeah, right.
losing on
Yeah,
the
I can see
figure.
$1 and I'm going to charge
Yeah.
you the regular shipping on it.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And then he had a Wayne Gretzky Fanatics jersey, vintage one, $120.52. Got a $30 offer. Another item I did get in there, which I did show Mr. Magazine, and he said it did look real, and it did have a certificate with it as well, was a Wayne Gretzky autograph, which I do have a Wayne Gretzky autographed hockey stick that I got from Mr. Magazine. Now I have a Wayne Gretzky autographed photo. So that $1,000 deal actually wound up being a pretty good deal. It was a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah. Don't forget about the signed China Playboy.
There indeed was, which I traded Mr. Magazine, a signed China, the wrestler magazine, Playboy magazine, and signed Red Wings baseball for a couple of old comic books that he had. To ignore the very worst, ridiculous offers. Does eBay come down on people for that?
They don't have time for that.
The theory is the algorithm doesn't like them being ignored, and the theory is you should then counteroffer them. So what I've started to do is I just you make me $1 offer and a $35 item. I'll make you a $30 offer knowing full well you're not going to accept it, but I'm making the algorithm happy.
Yeah.
Then you make me a $2 offer, I ban you. Indeed. And she was from the Rochester area too.
She's probably really frail now.
Yeah, probably. Countdown to Brimfield. It was obviously a setback.
Here it comes. Every time you say Brimfield, we know what's next.
And up next, Mr. Magazine's favorite point of the show, the Confucius joke of the week, 20 past the hour in every one of my whatnot auctions. Mr. Magazine, you ever seen a dog chasing his tail?
Yes.
You know what a dog chasing his tail is doing?
Teasing itself.
He's trying to make both ends meet. A dog chasing his tail is trying to make both ends meet. That was the Confucius joke of the day.
Nice.
Tune in at 20 past the hour to any of my shows to get the originals. So customer issue. So I had a map of Sydney, Australia. The guy starts asking all these questions about the backside of the map. Oh, is it a full map? Is it this? Is it this? I go, yes, I'll look at it. Yes. So I dug it out, looked at it. It's a full map. Can you send a picture? I go, I'm not really set up to do it. It's too large of a map to fit over on the scanner. Can you just use your phone? Fine. I pull it out, took a really bad picture with my phone, took the picture, sent it to him. He didn't buy it. That's why we don't do that.
Never learn your lesson.
I don't. Yep. $25 New York City souvenirs. Today I sent a 20 offer. He countered with 12. I declined, so he offered 14. I countered with 20. 20 bought it. Wow.
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 Nice. Good for you.
You did the old flim flam on him. Oh, Mr. Magazine.
Put in a safe spot, please.
Mr. Magazine is just throwing my gift. You see how much he enjoys my gift here.
Linda has something very important to say.
Oh, hit the like button. That is very important. So I had an item coming from Canada, a basketball card. Supposed to be here by February 18th. So I put in for it not being here on February 18th. Your item may still be on the way. Even though it said it's supposed to be here by February 18th, you have to wait till after February 18th in order to put in the dispute. So I put it in today. The guy responded and said, oh, it should be there already. She did disappear again.
Didn't she say she was kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then I had a guy asking about a magazine. Are there articles in here by August Derleth and somebody or other north in this issue? I said, yeah, something, I know where it is. I looked it up. I go, yeah, there is one by Derleth. I didn't see one by North, but there was a picture of North in there. Noah's piece should be something about her childhood. Derleth's piece is about hunting mushrooms. Okay. So I said, thank you. And then they bought it. It's like, well, why are you asking me if it's in there if you know that it's in there? Like, if you want to know if it's complete, say, is the magazine complete? Don't make me jumping out, because I'll say, yes, it is. And if it's not, I'll give you a full refund.
Lately, I've been getting buyers asking if it's a complete magazine or just a cover. It's odd lately, like almost one a day.
Mr. Magazine, I had somebody say, I'm not replying to the thread I originally started because eBay isn't letting me create a follow-up message I can send. When I purchased the 2 items yesterday, I wasn't given the option to request combined postage. That's because one issue was purchased in response to an offer I made, and the other was a buy it now. What sellers do to adjust the postage after a transaction is completed is that my PayPal credit card is credited X amount. So nice to him to tell you how to credit him back his money.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, thank you. It's not our first rodeo. We'll work with you. This one, hi, Charles. I want to thank you. No, this is a positive.
Oh, good.
This is a positive one. I want to thank you for the Newsweek magazine. It had a cover on it of the Vietnam veterans, the Vietnam Memorial. I had a copy years ago, and I think it was taken from our camp. The significance of this cover is that my cousin Gary's name is on it. Quite a miracle, being there are over 58,000 names on that wall and only 9 to 10 names on a Newsweek cover that are in full view. My cousin's name, one of them.
Oh, cool.
Only 22 in a casualty of that war. The funeral director noticed this issue on a newsstand that April 1985 and let our family know Gary's name is on the cover to the left of the American flag. It was his 56th anniversary of his death, February 5th, and it sparked my interest to get a copy of this magazine. I was almost 9 when he was killed. Now I'm 64. So brings tears to my eyes this many years later. Thank you. I'm so glad I have this back in our family again.
Cool.
And that is one of the beauties of eBay or any selling platform, is that you can give people things like that. And I absolutely love to hear positive stories. People very, very happy about their purchases. Unfortunately, a sad story about why, but it's good that he was reunited with that magazine. Mr. Magazine had an AC Vizio adapter. Why are you advertising goods on ebay.co.uk if not posting it to UK? It's like, we're not posting them over there. eBay is doing that, not us.
Oh, good times.
Did you see, Mr. Magazine, the 1948 Ferrari 166 Spider Corsa?
That's the one that went for a couple $100 million or something.
One of the first 2 dancing horses ever sold. Chassis 004.
Wow.
It is the oldest surviving Ferrari. Should go for $8 million at auction.
That's it? Jeez.
Oh, you could bid $10 million.
Well, there's more expensive cars than that. You think they'd be? I'm sure they restored it, right?
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah, because it was a Mercedes. There's some Ferraris went for $50 million. Mercedes went for I think almost 200. So, wow.
Leland's is now charging sales tax. So if you're purchasing from them, and I laughed when I got that email, that means they got some sort of an audit from somebody, and we're told you better start charging sales tax because you're a, large enough company that you need to do so. If ever in heavy combat, I'll be behind you guys thank you. Do appreciate that. Why did did you hear about the Italian tank?
Is this a joke?
It has 4 reverses and a forward just in case the enemy gets behind it.
Oh, good.
Did you see Tom Brady bought into Card Vault?
Yes, I did see that. Yes.
Yep. So Tom Brady is now owner of Card Vault. Did you see Did you see Tom Brady is really upsetting people?
Why? Because he wants to sell his $150 million mansion?
No. Did you see what he's signing?
No.
He has signed 7 cards. Tom Brady with what do you call that extra thing that they put? 755 home runs or whatever. What do you call that? The little blurb that they put on afterwards.
I don't know.
There's a word for it.
Okay.
He's been signing it. Tom Brady. HOF 2028.
Is that when he's getting in the first ballot?
Nobody is
arguing. I mean,
you're not supposed to it's not right to sign it until you actually make it in because it's an honor.
Right. But again, it won't be a big deal if he didn't do that. So he'd have to do that now, and we're talking about it, and that's going to hype up the cards.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
He knows what he's doing.
He does. Inscription, yeah, something like that. Yeah, like the HOF or the 755 home runs or
they're on card inscriptions.
Thank you.
Because sometimes they have stickers with this, like they can't see that they can't get the cards, so they'll sign a little sticker and they put it on it after. Those are worth less, but obviously the big money cards they do that on card.
Did you see that Probstein is going to be doing his own auction site with live auctions to compete with Whatnot and eBay? eBay invited him over to do the live auctions, and he was doing the live auctions, and he's like, there are a lot of places that this can be improved. And so he kind of reached out to eBay, and they kind of ignored him. So he said, I was going to start my own site, because he didn't believe that you could sell valuable cards in 1 minute time. Yeah. And he was actually getting price or close to price on Whatnot and wherever on eBay Live. So now he's doing his own. Do you know what his lifetime sales are on eBay?
Oh, God. 128 million.
$850 million in lifetime sales by Probstein over on eBay. $850 million.
That's just on eBay.
Yeah.
He's got other platforms and venues, I'm sure they're making money. Yeah. Wow.
That's
so say the minimum $1 billion.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. Did you see Pappy Van Winkle? You've heard of that?
I have.
They're putting up for auction for the wildfire victims an entire barrel, which they will then put into 125 bottles for you. Yeah, selling cards. Yep, just selling cards over there. 850 million. 125 bottles of Pappy Van Winkle. Right now, it's going for 500K.
Jesus.
So, Mr. Magazine, I expect we'll be buying that sometime soon, and we'll be talking about Pappy Van Winkle every single week.
I would be buying a Lamborghini, which is a bad investment with $500,000.
Reddit.
Well, maybe a Batman #1, whatever. What grade can I get for $500,000?
I don't know. Reddit, a news update that Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift got. Whoa, Jackie Jack. That is breaking news.
I just got a news update on Instagram that they've made the NFL $1 billion since she started going to the games.
There you go. Reddit is going to announce paywalls in 2025. So if you want to pay to be toxically attacked, there is your spot. So Reddit will be putting paywalls up. Now, they said they will not be paywalling anything that's currently popular, but they're going to be doing things moving forward. They also may be allowing you to do selling on there as well. So if you want to be yelled at that you're a cheat and a scammer, you can pay to do so. Did want to thank PSEN Creations. Great show when she was on. Always an open door for her. Next week will be Paul Caro. Definitely stop by for that. Chet from Rhinos 2 weeks after that. 4 weeks, we're going to be of consignment chats.
Wow, we're busy.
And then Auction Professor in April. Do check out consignment chats. They had us on and they posted a show yesterday. So do check out consignment chats. Dawn watched it and said it was actually really good.
They're always fun too.
Oh, there's a fun show, definitely. So do check that out. And Mr. Magazine, what are you doing at 8 p.m. Sunday?
I want to make sure I'm doing nothing because you have something that I have to do. So I'm going to make sure Sunday.
Mr. Magazine is coming on by because we're doing the Finders Flippers Resell podcast at 8 p.m., which is going to be a lot of fun. I think they do it live. Fun group over there. The only problem is at 11 o'clock at night, I wake up. So I'll be doing a show at 8 and going to bed at 9, waking up at 11 and being over at Mr. Magazine's.
Can we just go from here to the shop?
Yes.
I mean, isn't it easier than going to sleeping for an hour? I mean, I'd rather do that. Stay up, get a few more hours of sleep that way instead of breaking it up. Because I already break it up from like 12:30 to 2:30 nap, so forth. So that would be nice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And do you know who Gen Z is?
It's a person named Gen Z?
No, it's like.
Well, I know it.
I'm Gen X.
Right.
Are you Gen X or are you a millennial?
I am X.
Are you Gen X?
Yeah.
All right. Gen Z, they're printing twice as many photographs as prior generations. They're actually printing their photographs out.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't know why, but yeah, they're printing photographs and the old timers are not printing photographs. That would be absolutely true. That would be absolutely true. We are almost ready to go into the main topic, but it was so much fun last time that I went to Costco. And Mr. Magazine and I today are going to do another food challenge. Nutty Fruity brand chili mango. The great taste of chili on a mango.
I hope this makes me throw up so then I can lose weight today.
That is good content. I will eat first as I always have to do.
Have you had one of these before? Oh, it looks chewy too. Oh, like a creature. Yeah, okay. There's no small ones. There's no small ones in here. Hold on. Oh, that's not bad. Looks like a little French fry. We don't have to eat the whole thing, do we? Oh, someone said it looks good. Okay, it's not. It's getting spicy. It's not great, but it's edible.
Nutty Fruity. Oh gosh, it's hot. Nutty Fruity chili mango. Not a sponsor, or should they want to be? Oh, that's really hot.
There's Sebastian Maniscalco was he wanted to do hot wings, and they gave him like a medium one, like a medium hot one. It was so hot he was crying.
Yep, I got stuck in the back of my throat there.
I ate the whole thing.
It is nice, Eric. It is
I
nice.
wish I lived closer to one. I mean, 20 minutes away. Well, The reason is it's my wife's birthday party in a limo bus Saturday. We get 40 people to go on, get super drunk and crazy for 6 hours on a limo. We go to different bars and stuff, act like we're 21-year-olds and stuff. And I'm going to be hungover Sunday, but luckily I can sleep it off by Sunday night. So,
that was spicy.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, wow. You can bring food by at some point too. I'm just trying to glam a free meal out of you.
It's hard enough to get me to bring alcohol.
That's true. All right, we're going to head into I'm glad you have to talk now. We're heading on into the main topic, managing as a reseller. Take it away, Mr. Magazine, while I drink some water.
Well, I didn't see this one coming. Managing, well, I guess I have to, my employees are part of this managing thing, which very stressful. A lot of times I don't even want to have the company. Is how annoying some of the stuff I got to deal with our employees lately. If it's not one employee, it's another. And sometimes it's little things and sometimes it's bigger things. And luckily I do have a manager that will take a lot of that off my plate. But then again, it still comes back on me. And, if you're a new employee, I understand you're going to make mistakes, this and that. Everyone makes mistakes, but I still have the same employees, years of experience making like a weight wrong on a listing, and then I got to lose a few bucks. And again, it's just a few bucks. Or we have the date code wrong on a box, and then they dated it wrong. And now the puller's got to look through different boxes. And then you got
my mouth is still burning, just letting you know.
And then again, we have listers that don't pull. So they don't realize, not that it's hard to pull an item, but it could be confusing and complicated, like, Darth Vader figure. Then you got a guy that's 60 years old looking into a box that doesn't know figures, and there's 6 Darth Vader figures, but doesn't realize there's 6 because he sees the first one and pulls it out.
Right.
Or 2 HP Pavilion laptops in the same box, which they're coded separately, but a puller should know that or should take a picture since it's over $50. They're supposed to take, look at a picture, and they don't. And then we have backup people that don't realize it because they're not backing the picture up. The title sounds right. And then you got the packer who shouldn't know there's 2 different HP Pavilions. So little mistakes happen on a daily basis. Boxes are in the wrong spot. It's just very frustrating. And, no one takes responsibility. No one gets fired. But like, again, if you're McDonald's and you're, giving away free French fries for 10 days straight, you're probably going to lose your job. Or if you come in late for 10 days straight, you're probably going to lose your job. So they have this luxury there that I'm easygoing, but again, I think they take advantage of it sometimes. Or for example, I want to give you an example with Mrs. Paperboy was packing, and on Wednesdays it's harder for me to give her hours she wants because we don't have as much to pack. So my main packer gets that unless I want to take hours away from him. So I come up with ideas. She's going to pack the whatnots for maybe an hour. Then she's going to do returns, maybe 20, 30 minutes. And then we'll have her pack more records or comics, things that I want her to be an expert on, which is our whatnot stuff. So any records and any comics. So they might kill 2 hours. And then, but the point is, I told the one employee that's a lister on a DVD site, this is a long rambling story. Anyways, I just said, hey, let Mrs. Paperboy do the returns. I know it doesn't take a long time, but it eats up some of her times where she's not,
Right, it has to be done, and you have.
I don't want her leaving early, so I'll just say, hey, on Wednesdays, maybe I don't need my garbage thrown out, but it's 80% full. You can throw that out 5 minutes, not even 5 minutes, but it's just little things I put on a list for her. Yeah. And then her default is to go into the main warehouse area and look through boxes that are older, disheveled magazines, tighten them up or sweet, whatever's needed.
And I will say this, it is looking good.
Yeah.
I don't know if you checked that. It is.
Yeah, the floors are nice and clean. Absolutely. So it's well worth the extra 2. Not that I'm giving her hours, but we're filling with 2 hours of stuff that never got done before that, it's nice to do. Anyways, a couple weeks ago, I told my employee that listed the DVDs, save that for her on Tuesdays, because that was his Tuesday job. But if he saved it for Tuesdays and she comes on Wednesday, it's her Wednesday job.
Yeah.
So I come in, I go, oh, where's returns? He goes, oh, I forgot I did them, but there wasn't a lot. I go, well, that's not the point. The point is I wanted them for her, whether it takes 5 minutes or 50 minutes. I said I want her doing that, And then we got maybe they got to get used to the new system with her there. I don't think so. I mean, you don't need to be a rocket scientist. And then I got one packer they used to help out my main packer on Mondays, do the whatnot carryover. And I said, hey, this shelf is whatnot for Mrs. Paperboy. This shelf is what she's not going to get to. So you do these records. So 30 minutes later, he's walking back and forth. There's 7 lots taken off her shelf and he didn't touch his. I don't understand. These are grown men. So it's very frustrating to manage these guys, and it makes me not even want to have the company. Like if someone could buy me out tomorrow, some days I would just say, yeah, I don't even care. Let's do it. But again, we have Paul Carl coming in, I think March 7th, to hopefully whip them into shape and get them headed in a better direction. I call him warehouse efficiency. I told them, and hopefully they take that seriously. And, because again, I try not yelling, and they always have some excuse, but it's just time and time and time again. And it's just very frustrating with these guys, and they're veteran workers. So,
Well, and another issue for you, why don't you real quick tell a little bit, it isn't just employees. Why don't you tell them real quick the fun situation you had with the city?
Oh, with the snow. You're talking about the snow?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're beginning a lot of snow, but we didn't get a foot in one day, but we get 3 inches, 4, whatever it is.
Day after day after day.
And I have the same plower at the warehouse for 7 years, as long as we've been there. But he's grown, so now he has his employees do these things. And, I would think that he would tell his employees how to do this. And anyways, and I don't think anything of it as it's building up. He's putting the snow on the city sidewalk on both areas.
Literally on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Not on the tree lawn, but then the sidewalk.
And we have a really big lot, and we don't have that many cars. And maybe on Fridays we'll have 5 or 6 cars, and it's probably a 10-car lot at least. So I wasn't there. My manager, the city guy, the plower, comes in. You're on our property. You got to remove it, or you're going to get $50 fined every day. So, one time 50 isn't a lot. But anyways, I talked to my plower. It's too high and big for him at this point to move it with his plow. So now he's got to get a guy that does a removal or a move. So the removal, to remove it off the property, was like $1,100. And then to move it onto my property, which should never have happened anyways, it was like $600. So I said it was like $500. I said, would you do 500? He would do it. But again, I'm wasting 500, which I should never have done. And again, I'm texting my plower because, again, if it's my employees, I have to keep babying them and repeating, don't do this, don't do this. I just said, just so we're clear, tell your plower not to put it on the sidewalk anymore, so he knows as well, and it's just little things like that, throwing $500 away, but it's the cost of doing business, I guess. And, it is what it is. It's
and another thing that got me, and I didn't really realize it till I was picking up Mrs. Papergoy there, you have a permit on the wall that you got to pay $120 a year because you have combustibles in the property. And I don't know if you're paying that $120 a year or not. Yeah. It's
just for combustibles. It's not the fire department or anything like that.
It's something with the fire marshal because you have combustibles. So you have to pay $120 for that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the minimum could be 50 and I'm paying 120. And again, how about the post office? I don't know if I said this about we have these gutters, these big commercial gutters. Just, they don't want to pick up our mail. I mean, it's always something. It's just very frustrating.
Yeah. And Mr. Magazine has it where you have to manage personalities, and you have to manage personalities online as a seller as well. You have to manage, I have to manage personalities or manage when I go into a deal. I have to know how to approach this person, because you've got the people there that everything is a gold mine. You got the people there that want it all gone. There's a lot of different management things that come in, even if you don't have employees.
Here's another one, a perfect example. We're switching our payroll company to a new one.
Yep.
It's all official. But the 401k takes a little longer. There's a process, and it's got to be done April 1st, whatever it is. It's a longer transfer. So we only have a few 401k people on there. But one of the employees, they have to, well, all of them that have 401ks, they have to review a blackout letter of some sort, seeing like you can't move the money or something or borrow from it for a certain period of time. And they all need to see this blackout letter, or I can get fined like thousands of dollars. So 3 of my employees are my family, so I don't have to worry about that. I mean, they know the letter. My sister's a manager. She read it to them, so they all know. I don't have to worry about them lying and saying, like, I never read the letter or whatever, and now suing me because they couldn't transfer money, anything like that. So I said, the one other employee, I'm going to just have him sign it. He's not supposed to sign it, but I'm going to have him sign it and date it just so it's proof. And he wouldn't sign it and date it. He goes, I'm not going to do anything. And, I read it. Now, luckily, I had an employee witness this. Yep. But my point is, like, I can't make him sign it. He's not supposed to sign it. But why wouldn't he sign it? You know what I mean? Like, it's just weird. But like, that's the little things that go in my head. Like, I could get fined thousands of dollars for something. I'm not doing anything wrong. So, but that's managing as a reseller with employees is not very fun.
So this is not the rambling story, but it's going to sound like it. I canceled my whatnots auctions yesterday.
Wow.
Why, you ask?
Why?
Oh, thank you. Last night or the night before, I was waking up and I'm like, boy, I feel just cold. I just can't get warm. Went downstairs. Well, first I was woken up because there was a little chirping of a smoke detector. And there's absolutely nothing worse than having to figure out where the chirping is coming from, because you stand there trying to get to the smoke detector, but you don't know which one it is.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's chirping.
Yeah.
It seems like it's chirping constantly. And then when you go to listen for it, it's like playing a joke
Is
on
there
you.
a light that flashes? I feel like some have red lights that flash.
Probably.
When it beeps, it'll flash, I think. But then again, it's, you can't see 3 feet in front of you, but, let alone the ceiling. But yeah.
So you're standing there trying to figure out exactly which one is beeping. Finally, I tracked that down. Well, in the meantime, I went downstairs and I looked, and the house was 58 degrees. Now I like keeping the house cool to save money. Oh, hello, Mr. Beisel.
How's it going?
We will be seeing you or soon enough, about a month and a half
6
now.
weeks, yeah. I was going to say about 6-7 weeks.
So my house was 58 degrees. That doesn't seem very warm.
No.
So I ended up having to reach out to the my HVAC guy. Meanwhile, I said, well, maybe, I don't know if you remember or not, in the past, I had the problem where the back was all snowed up. So I had to walk back there with the snow past my knees to walk back there. Wasn't iced up or anything at all like that. So my HVAC guy had to come on over and take care of that. It took him 3 hours to do because it wound up being a problem. He had to go get parts. He had to do that. So meanwhile, that eBay was glitching where I couldn't list. Yeah, there was no problem. It was going on. It was doing a short cycle. Doing a short cycle. So it was working. Then I get a call from Random Neighborhood Kid. He was off the road. He hit a patch of ice because he was late to work and driving a little too fast, hit some ice, went off the road, had to call AAA, had to get towed out. So he's off the road. I have no heat. I can't list on eBay. And I'm having all these problems with this smoke detector. And meanwhile, I've got to run a business around that. It was not a good day for me yesterday. So I canceled all of that.
Days. Yeah, it's crazy.
But again, you've still got to keep the business going, even with all of that stuff going on. And again, I half-arsed it a little bit. I didn't do the whatnot, mainly because I couldn't either, because it's not like I could tell the HVAC guy, yeah, when you get done, can you wait until my auction is done for me to pay you? So obviously I have to be at his beck and call as well.
Yeah.
But these things happen. They're absolutely going to happen.
Well, did I mention 2 other things? We got leaks coming through the metal roof where there's vents.
Oh, so Radio Parts, give me a kiss. Thank you, Radio Parts. That's sweet.
That's nice. So we got roofers coming. I got insulators coming to the warehouse. There's all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah.
The heater at the laundromat's not working. The guy's been back 4 times. The lighting guys are putting new lighting in the warehouse. It's been taking them 2 months. So, I mean, yeah, it's always something. So.
Yeah. So, yeah, absolutely. My one buddy said, you sound like you had a Monday on a Tuesday. Was the way that he put that. Oh, definitely. King of the road. Absolutely. Yeah. So, just know that you're going to have days like that. Know that you got to manage. You got to manage personalities. You got to manage so many different things. It is a dream job. I'm not going to lie to you. There's absolutely nothing I like more than going out and getting a really good deal, meeting all the different people. But the flip side of that as well is there is a lot of hard work involved also. So do remember that as well. A lot of managing going on. And time for the rambling story of the week.
I think I'm going to pull an audible and tell the one that happened over there.
Okay.
Just because it's that time of year. Yeah. It's winter, bad weather. We've had freezing, snow and ice and everything going on. So anyways, to make a long story short, Mrs. Magazine and Paperweight have never been really close friends. More like a hate relationship, or a kind of like-hate relationship over the years. So anyways, years ago, I don't know where we were going, to the airport or something in the winter, and Paperboy slips on the ice, and Mrs. Magazine says, bad things happen to those that deserve them. And he still remembers that line to this day. There's more lines, but that's just leading up to what happened here about a week ago. So I was here, and after the show's done, we help each other bring his packages into my truck, and then I bring them to the warehouse, so then he doesn't have to deal with the post office. So we do that every week. but it was a lot of ice out there. So before I stepped down, he was in front of me. I said, "Do you remember when she said bad things happen? You slipped, and she said bad things happen to those that deserve them." And he goes, "Yeah." And all of a sudden, I slipped and fell on my coolie. So I don't know if that's karma, but it's not karma because I'm getting paid back for something that I didn't say or do. And my wrist hurt a little bit because I blocked up. Luckily I slipped on the step, so it wasn't a complete fall to the ground. But I held down in this, and this hand was a little, off for about a week. But it's just a funny rambling story. I think it's. Yeah.
Well, the funny part about it is the next day, I had a bag of garbage, and I slipped in exactly the same point, and I fell right here on the back of my leg and scratched that all up and strained my side right over here. And somebody was driving down the street and saw me do it. So that was really the most embarrassing part about it. Here's the funny thing. I'm looking all over God's green earth for the garbage bag. I'm like, where did the garbage bag go? No, what had happened is it had flown out of my left hand over the railing against the house.
Wow.
And I'm looking all over the place trying to find this. And finally I find it. Yeah. And I'm like, so now I've got to traipse through the snow. And of course it spills. So I'm standing out there with a hurt side, a hurt leg, trying to pile everything back in there. Yeah. Was able to get everything thrown out. I then, when things got warmer,
exactly. It's a twofer.
When things got warmer, because rock salt's almost impossible to find here, although Mr. Magazine did find some. Exactly. I did take my shovel here is plastic as well, so I wasn't able to use it. I was able to find another shovel.
I need a new shovel at the warehouse too.
I was able to find a good shovel and was able to I was able to chip away the ice. So now you're not going to slip today because I did do that.
Well, the deceiving thing is the soft snow is on top of the ice, so you don't even realize until you step down.
Well, the ice was also slanted, so when you stood on it, you fell.
Yeah. Oh, and absolutely. I got my hip starting to hurt me. I actually went to the hip doctor because I thought I needed a surgery again, but they're just going to give me a shot right now. I don't need a new hip anytime soon, hopefully. But it is hurting me a little bit.
So then the next day, we went over to the Ice Wine Festival, which was absolutely good. It was very, very good. They were supposed to have 150 people that could go to the Ice Wine Festival. Only 100 people went. So fewer people, you could actually go and get wine, no problem at all. Mm-hmm. Bad storm. So I think that was one of the reasons why they didn't sell out.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're there, and it got done at 2, and it's about 1:45. The place is a complete ghost town, just a total ghost town. So we're going up, doing our last little drinks, or, I want to try. Yeah, I do want to buy that. I want to do all of our buys and all that stuff. Get out, and the venue has a little courtesy van. Do you want to ride down to your car? I go, no, I'm just parked right over there. No problem. So walking down the hill, don't you know, whoosh, I fell right, pulled my side again, scratched my wrist all up, or my hand all up over here. Mrs. Paper Guy actually got mad at me because I popped up and I go, I didn't break any of the wine. And she's like, you could have broken your head and you're worried about the wine. I'm like, well, we couldn't go back in and get more wine. And I spent a lot of money on this wine.
What day was that?
That was Saturday.
Well, Monday I had 3 employees call in sick from all the snow.
So that was the rambling story of the week. We're all taking falls. Thank goodness. 10 years from now, we'll be sitting here with broken hips if we take falls like that. But trust me, I was thinking that as well, that, getting, as Mr. Buys-A-Lot said, getting old does suck, but beats the alternative, as they say. Fun show today, as always. Do hit the like button if you could. Happy birthday, Dawn.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
And thank you to all the people that have come on by over to become members. We definitely do appreciate that as well. There you go, Eric. For those of you that are members, we do appreciate it. If you haven't checked out the membership side, definitely do so. I think we do put a lot of good content over there. We have another one. Mr. Magazine actually shot an extra one.
A couple of me in there now. So
Mr. Magazine shot a bonus video tonight that'll be showing up over there as well. Thank you all for coming on out. Check out Whatnot. All the shows, unless I'm having another Monday, in which case we will not be having a show, but we're not planning on doing that anytime soon. Do hit the like button. I do appreciate that, Don. And we'll see you all next video.
Take care. Bye-bye.